Wilson, thank you for meeting me here. The veal is exceptional tonight. You should try it. How has business been in your part of the city? I heard about the recent expansion into the waterfront. Impressive work. My family sends their regards. They still talk about that deal we made 3 years ago. You kept your word, which is rare these days.
Don Corleone, always a pleasure. Business is profitable as always. The waterfront expansion went smoothly, no complications. Your family's support during that negotiation was valuable and appreciated. I'll have the veal. Your recommendations are always excellent. But I assume you didn't invite me to this fine restaurant just to discuss old business. What's on your mind tonight that requires privacy and good wine?
I've been hearing interesting stories about Gotham lately. A man called the Penguin has been building an empire there, taking over territories, making strategic moves. Reminds me of how the families operated in Sicily when I was young. Old-fashioned methods, but effective. I wanted to discuss his approach with someone who understands empire building. You've created something impressive in New York. Your perspective would be valuable.
The Penguin is fascinating from a business standpoint. Oswald Cobblepot came from Gotham's elite, but was treated like trash because of his appearance. Society rejected him, so he built his own society in the underworld. That kind of origin creates hunger and ambition. He didn't stumble into crime, he chose it deliberately. That decision-making separates successful criminals from desperate ones who just react to circumstances.
His origin reminds me of how the Italian mob began in Sicily. We were farmers and fishermen who the wealthy treated like animals. The government was corrupt, the police worked for the rich. So we created our own system of justice and protection. The mafia wasn't just crime, it was survival and dignity. The Penguin story has similar roots. Society's rejection creates alternative power structures when people are pushed far enough.
Exactly. But here's where context matters. Sicily had tradition and family honor backing the structure. New York had ethnic communities and neighborhood loyalty. Gotham is different. It's chaos and corruption at every level. The Penguin operates in a city where even the legitimate government is criminal. That gives him freedom but also instability. You can't build lasting empire on pure chaos without some foundation of order.
Gotham's corruption is both advantage and problem for someone like the Penguin. In Sicily, we had codes and rules that everyone understood. Omerta meant something. Respect and family loyalty created stability. New York adapted those traditions to new environment. But Gotham has no traditions except violence and betrayal. Every criminal there is trying to kill or replace each other. The Penguin must constantly watch his back in ways we never had to.
That's what he did right initially. The Penguin created legitimate business fronts, the Iceberg Lounge especially. He understood that successful crime needs legitimate face to the public. I own buildings, businesses, charitable foundations. You have olive oil companies and construction firms. The Penguin copied that model. He gave Gotham's elite somewhere fancy to spend money while running criminal operations underneath. Smart strategy that we both use.
The Iceberg Lounge was a brilliant move, I agree. It gave him access to information from wealthy customers and politicians. They drink, they talk, he listens. That's how power works. But he made mistakes that Sicilian families learned to avoid centuries ago. He's too visible, too theatrical. The umbrella weapons, the tuxedos, the obvious villain appearance. In Sicily, we learned to blend in. The best done is the one nobody suspects.
His theatrical nature is cultural difference between our approaches. You built power through quiet influence and family networks. I built mine through fear and calculated brutality, but maintaining respectable public image. The Penguin chose spectacle and reputation. In Gotham, where Batman dresses as a bat and the Joker exists, being theatrical almost makes sense. It's the local business culture. When everyone's dramatic, being subtle might actually be weakness there.
Perhaps you're right about Gotham's culture requiring different approach, but spectacle creates problems. It attracts attention from heroes and law enforcement. Batman focuses on the Penguin because he's obvious target. In New York and Sicily, families survive by being invisible to most people. We handled business quietly. The Penguin's visibility makes him vulnerable. Every time he appears in public with those umbrellas, he's painting target on himself.
True, but let's discuss his biggest mistake. The Penguin never fully separated his criminal identity from his business identity. I'm Wilson Fisk, the philanthropist in public, Kingpin only in private. You're Don Corleone, the olive oil importer, the Godfather only to family. The Penguin is always Penguin, no separation. That means every business deal is criminal deal. Every legitimate contact knows exactly who they're dealing with. No deniability, no protection.
That lack of separation is a fatal flaw in empire building. It's why Italian families eventually fell in America. We became too public, too famous. When people knew the names Corleone, Gambino, Genovese, we lost our protection. Government built RISA laws specifically to destroy us. The Penguin is making same mistake but faster. He's famous as criminal, which means he can't grow beyond certain point. Ceiling exists because everyone knows what he is.
The fall of the Italian mob families in America came from several factors beyond visibility. The younger generations didn't respect old traditions. They talked to police, made deals, broke omerta. Technology made wiretapping easy. But mostly, the families got comfortable and lazy. Third and fourth generation members wanted the benefits without the discipline. The Penguin faces different problem. He has no family structure at all. It's just him and hired criminals with no loyalty.
No family means no loyalty, and no loyalty means no empire. This is fundamental truth. My power came from family bonds that went beyond money. Blood and tradition created trust. You've built something similar through fear and respect. The Penguin has employees, not family. Employees leave or betray when better offer comes. In Gotham, better offers come constantly. Batman, other criminals, corrupt politicians. Without family or true loyalty, his empire will collapse when he shows any weakness.
Which brings us to the core problem with the Penguin's approach. He built his empire like a business when he should have built it like a family. He treats people as assets instead of brothers. In Sicily, your way worked for centuries until external pressure destroyed it. In New York, my way works through control and fear. In Gotham, the Penguin's way will fail because he has spectacle without substance, crime without loyalty, and power without foundation. He's built on sand, and Batman will eventually wash it all away.